Do you remember the smell of Sunday mornings? Not just any Sunday. Your Sunday. The coffee percolating in the kitchen before anyone else was awake. The newspaper folded on the table. The sound of the house breathing quietly around you. That particular kind of silence that only exists when the people you love are still sleeping safely down the hall. There was a time when you didn't have to think about living. You just lived. But somewhere along the way, quietly, without announcing itself, life began asking something different of you. And tonight, I want to sit with you in that quietness, not to frighten you, not to lecture you, but to gently say what a good old friend might say over coffee on a slow autumn afternoon. Because there are things, small, invisible things, that are stealing years from people who deserve every single day they have left. The first mistake is living in silence when the heart needs company. Picture an old farmhouse kitchen. Late October. The windows fogged from soup on the stove. Two elderly women sitting across from each other, not saying much, but saying everything. Just the warmth of another human being across the table. Science now confirms what our grandmothers already knew in their bones. Loneliness is as dangerous to the body as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It raises blood pressure. It dims the mind. It teaches the heart, slowly, to stop expecting anything. If you have been pulling away from people, and many of us do, without even realizing it, today is the day to reach back towards someone. A phone call, a letter, a front porch visit. The body heals differently when it knows it is not alone. The second mistake is sitting still and calling it rest. There was a man in a small Ohio town who retired at 62. He had worked his whole life with his hands, building things, fixing things, and when the work stopped, he stopped too. Sat in the same chair by the same window for 3 years. His daughter once said, "Daddy didn't get old, he just stopped moving." And then everything else stopped too. The body was never designed to be parked. Even gentle movement, a slow walk down a quiet street in the afternoon light, tending a small garden, stretching in the morning, sends a message through every cell. We are still here. We are still going. You don't have to run, you just have to keep moving. Forward, gently, one soft step at a time. The third mistake is forgetting that sleep is not a luxury. It is medicine. Think back to childhood. Being carried to bed half asleep. The weight of a quilt pulled up to your chin. The sound of crickets outside the screen door. That feeling of being so completely, utterly safe that your whole body let go. Many older adults quietly suffer through broken nights, waking at 2, at 3, staring at ceilings. And they accept it as simply the way things are now. But sleep is when the brain clears itself, when the heart rests, when memory is sorted and stored like letters put gently back in their envelopes. Poor sleep is silently connected to dementia, heart disease, and a kind of emotional fog that makes even beautiful days feel gray. If nighttime has become a struggle, tell your doctor. Don't simply endure it. You have earned the right to rest deeply. The fourth mistake is eating less and calling it appetite. There was a grandmother who used to cook for 12 people every holiday. Pies cooling on the counter, ham in the oven, the whole house fragrant and alive. But after her husband passed, the cooking stopped. She ate crackers. She ate toast. She said she simply wasn't hungry anymore. What she was lonely for the table. As we age, appetite quietly fades. But the body still needs protein, color, warmth, and nourishment. Malnutrition in older adults is far more common and far more dangerous than most people realize. It weakens bones. It clouds thinking. It makes the world feel heavier than it needs to be. Eat something real today. Sit down to eat it. If you can, eat it with someone. The fifth mistake is deciding that your story is already finished. Oh, this one. There is a particular kind of sadness that settles into some people after a certain age. a quiet resignation, a sense that the best chapters are behind them, and now there is only the long, slow, anticlimactic end. But think of every person you have ever known who lived fully, truly fully, well into their 80s and beyond. They shared one thing. They stayed curious. They kept caring about something: a garden, a grandchild, a book half read on the nightstand, a neighbor who needed checking on. Purpose is not something that belongs to the young. Purpose is ageless, and it is one of the most powerful medicines on this earth. You have lived through things that would have broken most people. You have loved and lost and kept going anyway. You have watched the world change around you in ways nobody could have predicted. And still, here you are. Here you are. Tonight, before you close your eyes, I hope you feel something I am trying very hard to send through these words. You are not invisible. You are not finished. You are not a burden. You are the memory keeper, the story holder, the quiet, irreplaceable thread that holds so many lives together without even knowing it. Move a little. Rest deeply. Eat with care. Reach for someone. And please, please, don't decide that your best days have already passed. Some of the most beautiful moments of a life happen in the quietest chapters. And yours is still being written.